Okay, so for those who watch women's basketball, specifically the WNBA, I have to ask you guys, who are your favorite players to watch and why? Okay, so I want to go through mine. I made this on my Twitter, but these are my favorites right now. Okay, so number one, Angel Reese. I love Angel Reese, okay? I first saw her play, I think it was the game versus Iowa in the 23-24 season, okay? And I was like, yeah, she's good, she's good. And seeing more of her highlights and everything like that, I watched a lot of the Chicago Sky games, and Angel Reese is a baller, okay? She gets so much hate, and I do not understand it, okay? Because when men be taunting in sports, nobody gives a fuck, okay? They were up big in the national championship, and I just watched that game, and that game is good as fuck, okay? And I'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, what I love about her game is that her defense is so good, and people underrate defense. Like, yes, it's shot blocking and getting steals, but it's also altering people's shots, making them have to pass, and just putting a lot of pressure and everything like that. And she plays a really great defense, and she definitely should have made an all defensive team last season. I think that was ridiculous that she wasn't in there. I swear I saw a 5-minute compilation or something like that of just her steals from last season. People come to her, she picks their pocket, she gets them every time. She did it to Stewie. Like, she plays on such a high level. What she did in Unrivaled, I think that's great. Yeah, her offense needs work and everything like that, and she's working on that, okay? She hit some threes last season, working on the jumper and working to improve that and everything. Also, something I have to say, Angel Reese is a double-double machine. She broke the record for most consecutive double-doubles last season and everything, so she's very much getting it done. She's very much getting it done. That 27-10 game, I think it was against the Seattle Storm, yeah, Reese for a dagger. It lives in my head rent-free. It lives in my head rent-free and everything like that. So her offense isn't the best. She's working on it, but she's still getting double-doubles. She's still getting double-doubles. Like, she was averaging double-doubles in Unrivaled too, I believe. So we definitely have to have that conversation. And that's something you got to appreciate, because Sophie Cunningham, like, she literally just had her first double-double last season. I'm like, you've been in the league for how many years? How the fuck is this your first double-double? And then I realized I've been spoiled by Angel Reese and what she does night after night after night. So you got to have that. You got to have that as well. But like she said, I'm a dog, you can't teach that. Just how relentless she is with the rebounding. And people shit on rebounding until you have players that can't rebound, okay? Rebounding is so important for you to get second chance opportunities on offense or on defense, for you to get the ball back to your team members and potentially make plays and everything like that. I don't know why people act like her being a good rebounder is such a bad thing. And they're like, oh, she led whenever she was getting it off of her own misses. But like I said, if you subtract that, she was still leading. And even if she did lead with that, then who really cares? Because multiple players have done that. Asia Wilson did that last season. That's no shade. But if you miss it, you're going to try to get it back, so you have the opportunity to score. Like, she's relentless. She has the heart of a champion, and she's a great teammate. And yeah, like, I just love her game. I love her game. I love her confidence. I love her improvement and everything. What's there not to like about her? What's there not to like about her? Like, people that hate on her, like, you don't know ball. You don't know ball. If you actually watch her play, she's a great player, okay? Not everybody needs to be dropping 30, 40 every night to be a great player. There's so many different ways to impact the game, and so I just really appreciate her game, and yeah, gotta be my favorite player. Okay, number two, Paige Bueckers. She's about to be in the WNBA. She's about to be in the WNBA, okay? And yeah, I'm excited and everything. I saw her March Madness. It was the game versus Caitlin Clark, and I was like, okay, she's pretty good. And so I caught the last few games of March Madness, so I saw the Oklahoma game, I saw the USC game, I saw UCLA, I saw the championship game. So those are the ones that I kind of saw in real time. And I've been going back and looking at games that I've never seen before, and I already made a TikTok on this, but if there's a way to see every single UConn game, please let me know. Some of them are on YouTube, but some of them are not, and I'm trying to watch every single game she's ever played in, okay? And so there's a lot to like about her game. She has such a great bag, okay? Yes, she can shoot for threes. She's really great at that. But her jumper, her mid-range is really outstanding. She can finish at the rim, which I really enjoy. And so you have moments like that. Her passing ability is great, and her knowledge and IQ of the floor and running the floor, I think, is spectacular. So I love those moments and everything like that. She just gets off a lot of tough shots, okay? She's just really great with that and everything, and taking what defenses give her. So I appreciate those things. But another thing that's underrated about her is her defense. Nobody talks about that. But I watched basically all the tournament games that I saw twice. So like I said, Oklahoma, UCLA, USC, and the South Carolina game. Rewatching those again, I just really appreciate her defense. Her getting steals, her altering shots and everything. She had some blocks this tournament and everything. So yeah, she's really a great two-way player, and she puts so much effort on the court and everything, and I appreciate that she's not selfish and everything. You know, you see her in the tournament going for it, putting her shots up there, and sometimes the shots didn't fall and everything like that. But she didn't give up and everything. She was still playing great defense, getting her teammates involved in terms of the assists and everything, and not doing too much. You know, one thing I appreciate is sometimes you realize your shot isn't falling. You don't just keep shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. Sometimes it's like, okay, let me get into my other bags and everything like that and find a way to impact the game. So one thing I really appreciate about Paige is her efficiency and everything, and she gets great numbers and everything like that. Even if it's not her best game, she's still probably putting up 14, 15 points, which, like I've said before, a lot of players, when they put up a stinker, you're getting 3, 5 points. Okay, so she'll get like 14, 15. She'll throw a couple assists in there. She'll play really hard on defense and everything like that. So I think just her efficiency and her selflessness and getting her teammates involved and just working really hard and doing all those little things, I think this makes her such a great player. I'm so excited to see her play on the Dallas Wings this season. Such a smart player. I think her highlights are absolutely ridiculous. I appreciate what she stands for in terms of social justice and everything like that with this big of a platform that she has. Like, she realizes that. And so, yeah, like, she's just a great player. She's just a great player. The more that I've been watching these past few weeks, like, she's got to be my top 2 favorite players. So I just really enjoy her game and everything like that. Great fashion. Angel Reese has great fashion, great style and everything like that. Great personality. All those things. Okay. Next up, I got Napheesacollier. I did not see Napheesacollier, I think, until like the Olympics, something like that, because I don't think I watched many Lynx games. I think the only time I watched Lynx games for the most part was when one of my teams would be going against them. So I like the Chicago Sky, for example. So like games like that and everything. Seeing her like in the Olympics, I was like, okay, like I think she was coming back from something in her foot, plantar fasciitis, I believe that's what it was. So she was coming back. I'm like, okay, like, you know, she's getting good and everything like that. And then I think where I really started watching was in the WNBA finals last year versus the Liberty and everything like that. And she's a great player. She's really great on offense and everything. Like, there's basically nothing that she can't do. Great defense player. I believe she got defensive player of the year last year. She's a great player. Okay, so the Minnesota Lynx are definitely going to be a team I'm watching a lot more of this season and everything. And they need to get her more help on that team. Because the way that she was kind of carrying in the finals, along with McBride, it has to be studied. A lot of people just shit the bed. No shade. So I really like her. And one as of late that I've been watching was chelseagray, because she was in Unrivaled with Angel, okay? And so I did watch a lot of Aces games last season. I was watching for Kate Martin, and then I started to really enjoy like Asia Wilson, Kelsey Plum, and I like chelseagray's back. And then watching Unrivaled, I appreciated it so much more because the amount of time she won the game, I think she had 6 or 7 game winners in Unrivaled, which is ridiculous. Her passing ability is outstanding. All the crazy kind of passes that she can do, I think, is super, super cool. She's just a great player. I noticed what I like for the most part is two-way players. Okay, you can affect it on both sides. I really like relentlessness. I like toughness. I like that confidence. These are things that I like aura, you know. It all kind of blends in. And yeah, like I think there's just some players where it's like you could watch their highlights all day. You really could. And there's just little things that don't necessarily show up on the stat sheet that you really come to appreciate and everything. And the more of these games that I've been watching, the more that I can appreciate the little things on defense, how they add up. Like, there's just so many little things that add up, and I appreciate the players who pay attention to detail and everything. And I like that there's just so many different ways to play the game. Okay, so that's what I have to say in regards to that. But yeah, all these players are great in their own ways. There's all things that they do great and everything. The versatility, I think that all these things are cool. So yeah.